In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 college basketball games happening on January 30th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Ohio State versus Penn State. The Buckeyes are set to travel to Pennsylvania to face off against the Penn State Nittany Lions in a highly anticipated Big Ten showdown. The Buckeyes enter this matchup with an overall record of 12-8 for the season, while the Nittany Lions hold a 13-8 overall record but have struggled in conference play, posting a 3-7 record in the Big Ten. This game promises to be a compelling contest as both teams look to solidify their standings and gain momentum as the season progresses. One of the most intriguing matchups of the entire week in college basketball takes place on Thursday in State College, Pennsylvania, where Penn State will host Ohio State. The Buckeyes are riding high after securing 2 significant victories over Purdue and Iowa, but they now find themselves in a potential letdown spot against a Penn State team that has shown more potential than its record indicates. Compounding the challenge for Ohio State is the fact that they have a tough road game at Illinois looming on Sunday. Additionally, Penn State is returning to its roots by hosting this game at Rec Hall, a smaller, 7,000-seat venue known for its electric atmosphere, which contrasts sharply with the more spacious Bryce Jordan Center. Given these factors, it's difficult to overlook the signs pointing toward a strong performance from Penn State in this contest. Ohio State has faced significant struggles on the road this season, and they now face a Penn State team that appears due for some positive regression. The Nittany Lions have lost 4 of their last 5 games, but those losses have come by a combined margin of just 11 points, indicating they've been competitive in close contests. On the other hand, Penn State has been formidable at home, boasting a 10-2 record that includes impressive victories over Northwestern, Rutgers, and Purdue, teams that share similar defensive profiles to Ohio State. The Buckeyes have also been plagued by turnover issues this season, ranking at the bottom of the Big Ten in offensive turnover rate. This weakness could prove costly against a Penn State defense that thrives on applying pressure, forcing turnovers, and converting those mistakes into points. Notably, Ohio State has committed at least 14 turnovers in 4 of their last 7 games, which could spell trouble against Penn State's aggressive defensive style. On the offensive side, Penn State's Ace Baldwin is poised to have a strong performance in this game. Baldwin should be able to penetrate the paint and make smart decisions against an Ohio State defense that ranks 294th in free throw rate allowed. Additionally, Nick Kern Jr. has been on an impressive run lately and is expected to play a significant role in this matchup. With a sellout crowd anticipated and the whiteout atmosphere adding to the intensity, Penn State appears well positioned to cover the spread as the home team. So the Penn State Nittany Lions to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While Ohio State ranks just 8th in the Big Ten in scoring, they should still be able to put up solid numbers against a Penn State defense that has struggled this season. The Nittany Lions rank 14th in scoring defense, 14th in field goal defense, and 15th in three-point defense, leaving them vulnerable to offensive attacks. Penn State's best chance to stay competitive in this game will likely come from their own offense, which ranks 4th in the Big Ten in both scoring and field goal shooting. The Nittany Lions will also look to push the tempo as they rank 44th nationally in pace of play. Ohio State, while more moderate in terms of pace, should find opportunities for easy baskets against a Penn State team that has been prone to turnovers. Additionally, the Buckeyes could capitalize on open looks from the perimeter, given Penn State's 15th ranked three-point defense. In their 2 meetings last season, the teams split the results against the total, going 1-1, with an average combined score of 154.5 points per game. Both teams feature top 8 offenses in the Big Ten, with each shooting over 48% from the field overall. Ohio State ranks 180th in tempo, according to KenPom, indicating they play at an average pace, while Penn State ranks 45th, suggesting they prefer a faster, more up-tempo style. The Buckeyes have scored at least 76 points in 6 of their last 10 games, while the Nittany Lions have reached 81 points in 5 of their last 9 outings. Additionally, the over has hit in 2 of the last 3 matchups between these teams. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Illinois versus Nebraska. The Illinois Fighting Illini, who currently hold a record of 14-6, are set to face off against the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who stand at 12-8. Illinois is entering this matchup with momentum from a recent victory over Northwestern, while Nebraska is looking to bounce back after a loss to Wisconsin. This game presents an intriguing contrast between two teams with differing recent trajectories. Illinois experienced a somewhat challenging stretch earlier in January, but they have since turned things around, securing 3 consecutive wins and demonstrating a high level of offensive efficiency. Despite their struggles from beyond the arc, the Fighting Illini lead the Big Ten in points per game with an impressive average of 83. Their success is largely driven by Kasparas Jekušenas, a projected NBA lottery pick, who has been a standout performer this season. Jekušenas is averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, making him a key player for Illinois. On the other hand, Nebraska has faced difficulties on both ends of the court this season, which is reflected in their 2-7 record within the Big Ten. The Cornhuskers are averaging just 70 points per game, the 3rd lowest in the conference, while allowing 81 points per game, the 2nd highest in the Big Ten. Their struggles extend to 3-point shooting and free throw accuracy, as they are shooting below 70% from the line. Nebraska's defensive shortcomings could prove costly in this matchup, as Illinois has the ability to score quickly and efficiently. Nebraska's struggles have been particularly pronounced since their last victory on January 4th, as they have been unable to secure a win since then. During this losing streak, their defense has been a significant issue, with the team allowing 78 or more points in 5 of their last 6 games. This defensive vulnerability is especially concerning as they prepare to face an Illinois offense that ranks among the top 10 in scoring nationally. The last time these two teams met in March, Illinois put up 98 points against Nebraska. Furthermore, the Fighting Illini have dominated this rivalry in recent years, winning 9 straight games against the Cornhuskers. Illinois has not lost to Nebraska since December 2018, and if Nebraska fails to address its defensive woes, this game could turn into a one-sided affair. Given these factors, the betting line appears to be more than reasonable, so the Illinois Fighting Illini to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Illinois has established itself as one of the most potent offensive teams in the Big Ten this season, with much of their success coming from their ability to score effectively in the mid-range and at the rim. The Fighting Illini boast a well-rounded scoring attack, with 5 players averaging 10 or more points per game. Additionally, Illinois plays at a fast tempo, ranking 12th in the nation in possessions per game, which allows them to maximize their offensive output. While Nebraska has not been known for explosive scoring this season, they have shown some improvement recently, scoring 73 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games. The Cornhuskers tend to shoot better at home, which could provide a slight advantage in this matchup. However, Illinois has not been particularly strong on the defensive end this season, which could lead to a higher scoring game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Memphis versus Tulane. The number 19 ranked Memphis Tigers are set to face off against the Tulane Green Wave in a highly anticipated conference showdown on the road. Last season, these two teams split their matchups, with each securing a victory on their home court. Memphis is entering this game with momentum, having recently dominated UAB with a decisive 100-77 win at home, easily covering the 7.5-point spread as favorites. On the other hand, Tulane is also coming off a strong performance, defeating Rice 82-71 on the road, where they won outright as 1.5-point underdogs. Both teams are riding high, but this matchup promises to be a test of their resilience and strategy. The mental approach to this game will differ significantly for both teams. For Memphis, this is just another game in their schedule, as they are accustomed to playing in high-profile ESPN matchups, and will treat this as a standard road game. However, for Tulane, this contest holds much greater significance. It is arguably their game of the year. A win would propel them to the top of the American Athletic Conference standings, while a loss would set them back 2 games from the lead. Memphis' only conference loss this season came on the road against Temple, a team that remains undefeated at home in league play. Tulane, meanwhile, presents a unique challenge with their physical forwards, Banks and Glenn, dominating the post, and their strong outside shooters, Brumbaugh and Williams, stretching the floor. Despite their talent, Memphis has struggled to cover the spread recently, covering just one of their last 6 games. Tulane has proven to be a much stronger team when playing on their home home court, boasting an impressive 9-2 record at home compared to a modest 2-4 record in away games. They have also outperformed Memphis in covering the spread recently, holding a 5-2 record against the spread in conference play, while Memphis has struggled with a 2-5 record in the same category. Additionally, Memphis failed to cover the spread in their last 2 road games against Temple and Charlotte, which raises questions about their ability to perform under pressure away from home. These trends suggest that Tulane could have an edge in this matchup, especially given their strong home court advantage. Memphis undoubtedly has the talent to dominate this game and potentially secure a blowout victory. However, their tendency to let opponents hang around in games has been a recurring issue, which is reflected in their disappointing record of covering just 3 of their last 10 games. A few key plays or moments could easily shift the momentum and leave Memphis in a precarious position. On the other hand, Tulane has been thriving as underdogs lately, pulling off upsets against teams like Rice, Florida Atlantic, and Charlotte. Their 9-2 record at home further underscores their strength in familiar surroundings. The atmosphere at Devlin Fieldhouse is expected to be electric, as Memphis is one of the marquee opponents on Tulane's schedule. This game has all the makings of a tightly contested battle, so the Tulane Green Wave to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The under has been a favorable trend for both teams in recent games. Memphis has seen the under hit in 7 of their last 10 games, while Tulane has a 10-6-2 record in favor of the under across their games this season. Interestingly, both teams hit the over in their most recent outings. For Tulane, it marked their 2nd consecutive game going over the total, a rare occurrence this season. Of the 6 times Tulane has hit the over this year, only one instance involved a line higher than the 151.5 total set for this game. This suggests that the under could be a strong consideration for bettors in this matchup. Memphis has demonstrated their ability to win conference games without needing to score excessively, having secured 3 victories while failing to reach 75 points in each. Tulane, playing at home, will likely aim to control the tempo and limit the number of possessions in the game. As the slower-paced team, ranking 186th in the nation in pace of play, Tulane will avoid getting drawn into a fast-paced game with Memphis. Instead, they will focus on running their offensive sets deep into the shot clock and playing conservatively on defense to keep the game low-scoring. While Memphis prefers a faster pace, they have gone under the total in 5 of their last 7 games. Their defensive strength, ranked 33rd in efficiency, will be key in stifling a Tulane offense that ranks just 156th in efficiency. All signs point to this being a low-scoring affair, making under the projected total our full game total pick. Oregon versus UCLA. An important Big Ten showdown is set to take place on Thursday, January 30th. The number 16 ranked Oregon Ducks currently hold a 16-4 overall record for the season. However, they have experienced a slight dip in form, losing 2 of their last 3 games heading into this matchup. On the other hand, the UCLA Bruins boast a 15-6 overall record and have been in excellent form recently, securing victories in their last 4 consecutive games. The Oregon Ducks have shown signs of cooling off, having gone 1-2 in their last 3 games, which includes a disappointing road loss to a relatively weaker Minnesota team. Meanwhile, the UCLA Bruins have found their rhythm, riding a 4-game winning streak that includes impressive victories over strong opponents like Iowa and Wisconsin. Additionally, the Bruins have been anchored by a formidable defense, which has played a crucial role in their recent successes. UCLA is allowing just 95 points per 100 possessions, compared to Oregon's 97 points per 100 possessions. Oregon's offensive struggles were evident in their recent games, as they managed only 58 points against Purdue and 69 points in a loss to Minnesota last weekend. UCLA already secured a road win against Oregon earlier this month, and I anticipate another dominant performance, this time on their home court. So the UCLA Bruins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Oregon tends to play at a faster pace than the national average, and their scoring ability is one of their strengths. They rank 32nd in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency, showcasing their ability to put up points. For instance, the Ducks scored 82 points in a road game against Penn State and repeated that performance with another 82-point outing against Washington last weekend. On the other hand, UCLA has been equally impressive offensively, particularly from beyond the arc. In their first meeting against Oregon, the Bruins shot an impressive 52% from 3-point range. They have also been dominant at home, averaging a remarkable 86 points in their last 5 home games. UCLA's recent form includes an 82-point performance in their win against USC on Monday, and they have scored 82 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games. The over has been a reliable bet in UCLA's games, hitting in 5 of their last 6 matchups. When it comes to Oregon, the over has hit in 11 of their 19 games this season. Specifically, the over is 3-2 in their road games and 6-3 in conference play. Similarly, the over has been a strong trend for UCLA in conference games, hitting in 7 of their 10 matchups. While Oregon ranks 117th in pace this season according to KenPom, the offensive firepower of both teams suggests that the over could still be a viable option. Despite the slower pace of play, the high offensive ratings from both sides could lead to a high-scoring affair. I expect a barrage of scoring over the projected total as our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.